Even though it is free agency and restructuring contract season, it is always mock draft season. ESPN's Todd McShay, Todd, one of the luminaries of the draft community, put out his mock draft 3.0 right after the Russell Wilson trade. Doesn't really affect the Vikings per se, but the Vikings do come away with a quarterback who will get after that ass, Jimmy. That's right. In Todd's latest mock draft, he brings home Jermaine Johnson II, the pride of Eden Prairie, bringing on back that love and feeling. Now, in Todd's mocks, he's predominantly gone defense for the Vikings, even though Zimmer's gone. In his mock draft 1.0, Sauce Gardner. In his mock draft 2.0, Trent McDuffie, a guy that I love from Washington. And now, Jermaine Johnson. Britt and Jermaine coming on home. This is what he wrote. The Vikings have a tenacious pass rush duo in Danielle Hunter and DJ Wanham, but Johnson can be a third impact player on their front. His 12 sacks and 45 pressures were both top 15 numbers in the country last season, and he's a great value pick for Minnesota at number 12. In Indianapolis, his 6'5", 254-pounder ran a 4.58 in the 40-yard dash and impressed with a 10-foot 5-inch broad jump. New Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell watched a great pass rush help his former team, the Rams, to a Super Bowl. So I'd happily welcome another smooth-moving, explosive end to the mix. And the thing that I love about Jermaine Johnson is that he does have flexibility. Well, also, Eden Prairie, hashtag one of us. But flexibility on that front where he can play hand of the dirt defensive end, he can play 5-tech, he can play wide 9, he can play stand-up outside linebacker. So you do love that versatility. Ironically, the Vikings also have the former Florida State number 11 guy on the roster as well in Janarius Robinson, the 4th-round pick last season, who missed with an injury, but he'll be back as well. So you're just getting a lot of nice going on along that front. And he's an uber athlete, and he's a guy who certainly helped himself out in this offseason draft process. I think after the season, he was coming in as, a late first-round pick, but just showing up and showing out at the Senior Bowl against all that top-end competition in front of NFL scouts and NFL coaches, as well as showing an upgrade at the combine. I think it has risen his draft stock, and he is a guy that can get after that quarterback's ass. 2 years at community college, 2 years at Georgia as a rotational piece, transferred to Tallahassee last season and just completely blew up and stole the show. And I love it. I love it, man, because I'm a big keep Danielle guy. I'm a big believer in DJ Wanham in his new role in the Vikings' new odd front defense under Ed Donatel and Chris Rumpf, and also Mike Smith. But also, you can never have enough dudes who just get after that quarterback, especially if you want to win big-time games, because big-time games are generally going to be inhabited by big-time quarterbacks. And what is the greatest equalizer against good quarterbacks is that pass rush, man. So absolutely getting after it. So I say keep Danielle Hunter, do whatever it takes to make it work with the salary cap. DJ Wanham will thrive. Willikis in year 3, I think, could blow up. Patrick Jones II, can he get the time of day as a rookie? He didn't really get the time of day as a rookie, but can't do that in year 2. Janarius Robinson actually getting on the field. And what happens with Anthony Barr? What happens with Chaz Surratt? What happens with Blake Lynch on the edge as well? So I would welcome it, man. I would welcome it because I think that Jermaine Johnson II, beyond it being a great story about a Minnesota kid coming back home, I think that he's just a phenomenal player, and you can never have enough great pass rushes. I understand the needs at cornerback. I understand this, that, and the other thing. But what happens if the Vikings are there at 12 and say Sauce and Stingley and maybe even McDuffie are off the board? Do you just reach for a cornerback? Or there's been a lot of talk about this is an extremely deep cornerback class, and you could get a quality corners in day 2. Like, hell, maybe even Kyler Gordon from Washington makes it to 46 for the Vikings in the second round. It is a possibility, but Jermaine, man. I wonder if he'll take number 11. It's possible. There you go. But your thoughts on our thoughts. Todd McShay, Todd, mocks Jermaine Johnson II to the Vikings at number 12 in his latest mock draft 3.0. Let's know your thoughts on our thoughts, on his thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.